Here it is, the new Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. New, beautiful, powerful. But how much better is it really compared to the previous model? Let's find out. Today we have an unboxing, a first look at the design, and of course we'll go over the features and the cameras. Let's go! Okay, let's unbox it. Here we have the box for the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. Maximum minimalism, an old design without any frills. The colors are all solid. We have blue titanium, but there's also black titanium, silver titanium, and gray titanium. Let's open it up and take a look. We've unboxed the box and inside, well, as always, Samsung continues to cut back on the package. The smartphone itself, a Type-C cable, a SIM card ejector, and some paperwork. The charging block is, of course, missing, just like in previous models. The charging block now needs to be purchased separately. Wireless charging now supports 25W, and when purchasing a unit, note that the device now supports 45W. So don't skimp on the charging block. In short, the package is minimalistic, but the specs are fully loaded. Now let's take a look at what the smartphone itself looks like. You're talking about the flagship design. Well, Samsung is keeping up its reputation. The Galaxy S25 Ultra has the same signature aesthetic of the S series, but with a slight refinement. It feels solid in the hand. 162 and 8x70. Mais titulum H77 668.2. Weight is 218 grams. Not heavy, but not a brick either. The material is top-notch, with new Corning Gorilla Armor glass on the front and back, second generation. They promise that it's twice as strong and has less glare. And of course, there's water and dust protection according to the IP68 standard. You can drop it in the pool, but it's better not to try. The warranty does not cover water damage. The colors are all premium. Black titanium, silver titanium, gray titanium, and blue titanium like the one I have in my hands. It looks expensive, especially with the matte finish that doesn't collect fingerprints. Well, it hardly collects any ergonomics. Well, this is the Ultra. The edges are slightly rounded, but overall, it's still a big phone. You can manage it with one hand, but only if you have hands like a basketball player. But if you look at the body, it feels like the edges have become even straighter compared to the S24 Ultra. The model has become more similar to the Note series. You can't really say it's the Note series, but it's something close. Very close. They made the corners more rounded. If you look at the frame here is really titanium, but it feels like it's somehow more expensive looking than in the S24 Ultra. The S24 Ultra feels like it has a cheaper frame. More like aluminum, something like that. And here, you can really feel the titanium, it's more pleasant. Overall, this is the Samsung we know. It looks stylish, feels expensive, but there's no revolution. Alright, let's see what's inside. Now the screen, everything is as it should be for an Ultra. A huge inch panel with a QHD plus resolution, 3120 by 1440 pixels, and a density of 500 ppi. The picture is top-notch, the fonts and icons look super sharp. The refresh rate is adaptive, ranging from 1 to 120 Hz, and it switches dynamically. You read an article, it saves battery. When you scroll through the feed, everything flies smoothly. And here comes the most interesting part, the brightness. The peak brightness is 2600 nits. In the sun it's great, the picture remains readable. unlike some competitors which claim 4000 nits. But in reality, in regular use, the screen is dimmer. Samsung focuses not on the numbers but on the actual picture. Color accuracy, contrast, sharpness, everything here is consistently top-notch. This is one of the best screens among the flagship models of 2025. Although there are no surprises, just another top-notch display from Samsung. Alright, we've talked about the display, now let's see what's under the hood. Now, let's talk about the hardware. The Galaxy S25 Ultra runs on a custom Snapdragon 8 Elite for Galaxy, an octa-core new Adreno 830 graphics chip. The top chip is tailored for Samsung, squeezing out the maximum performance. The device has 12 GB of RAM, the standard for Ultra, and there are 3 versions of the built-in storage, 256, 512, and 1 TB. As always, there's no memory card slot, so it's better to get it with some extra capacity right away. The connectivity is also top-notch. 5G, Wi-Fi 7, Bluetooth. Everything is state-of-the-art. There's NFC and USB-C is also in place. Synthetic benchmarks say this is one of the most powerful smartphones of the year. In Antutu, they say the numbers are higher than the S24 Ultra, but the gap isn't huge. So I suggest we check it out. Let's run Antutu and compare. By the way, last year's S24 Ultra scored around 1,178 points in Antutu. Now let's see how much you can score. By the way, the device has started to heat up in this part. Quite a bit. Well, as you can see, the device scored 2,206.09 points. Not bad, not bad. Indeed, the processor is working its magic. Now let's just take a detailed look. You can see what points were awarded for what. Here we see the processor. Adreno 130. LPDDR5, X4 memory. Android 15 64-bit. And here it is. All the points for the device. In the end, with this clear example, we confirmed that the S25 Ultra is indeed more powerful than its predecessor, scoring 2,206,900 points in Antutu. I think that's an excellent result. But there is still some heating. Samsung is using a new cooling system and it works better. But under prolonged loads, the body still gets warm. I would even say it's hot. In short, no surprises here. A powerful processor, ample memory, all the top communication standards. Next, let's see how this affects battery life. The Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra has a 5000 mAh battery, which is standard for Samsung's flagship devices. But let's figure out how long it will last in real conditions. On average, it lasts a day of active use. Social media browsing, a bit of photo and video, around 7-8 hours of screen time consistently. If you play Genshin or shoot 4K video, the battery will drain even faster, but that's to be expected. As usual, there's no charging block included. Samsung continues to cut corners on users, but at least they didn't cut down on the power. Wired charging in the device is up to 45 watts and wireless charging is 25 watts. That is, in 30 minutes you can get about 65% charge. For comparison, Chinese ones like Xiaomi On Class already give 100 and 120 watts. The blocks are also included in the kit, but Samsung is in no hurry to chase after them. In terms of numbers, the battery life is decent. If you don't overload it with games and videos, it will definitely last a day. But what if fast charging will save day? Cameras are always the main topic in Samsung's flagships. This year, the S25 Ultra got a new 200 megapixel sensor, an updated telephoto lens, and a couple of interesting social media features. Let's find out how cool this really is. Look at what we have here. The main sensor is 200 megapixels, a revamped module with improved detail and ultra sensitivity. In theory, night shots should become even better, although they were no worse before, but still, they did something. The ultra-wide lens is now 50 megapixels. According to Samsung, there is more detail at the edges, less noise. But with the telephoto lens, Samsung changed its tactics a little. Now we have a 10 megapixel module with 3x zoom and a 50 megapixel periscope with 5x zoom. Where's the 10x zoom? They removed it. Samsung decided that 5x optical and software crop would give the same result. The question is controversial, but I don't really care. I, like most users, don't use all the features. The front camera is 12 megapixels, no revolution, but with cool skin processing and more natural colors. In general, problem areas on the skin will become even more pronounced. The front camera is just 12 megapixels, but the quality is impressive, both for photos and videos. I like the main camera even more. The quality is amazing. And the video capabilities have been improved. Now there's enhanced noise reduction that removes unwanted sounds like city noise or wind. They also added a log mode. This is for those who want to shoot professional videos for later color correction. Let's test it out. As you can see, I changed my phone and started recording a video. Samsung S25 Ultra. You can see the picture for yourself. Let me know in the comments what you think about the impression and the color reproduction. I mainly shoot videos on the iPhone 14 Pro. It's enough for now, but naturally it will be necessary to make a replacement in the near future. For now, it's enough. Subtitles created by gimmick. Overall, cameras have evolved but not revolutionized. Samsung has improved what already works well, made the interface more convenient, and video recording more advanced. If you have a Samsung S24 Ultra, the difference will not be critical. But for those who missed the last generation, this is really something. Powerful cameras, yes, and the device as a whole. Samsung has improved not just the hardware but also the software. The S25 Ultra comes with Android 15 pre-installed, along with the custom One UI 7 interface. And there are a few interesting changes here. First of all, they updated the visuals, a new section called My Home. They redesigned the icons, the animation width. It has become smoother, and the interface feels a bit more airy. It seems like a small thing, but it feels nice. But the main focus is on Galaxy Eye. Now the assistant can be launched with a long press of the power button and integrates with system applications. For example, you can quickly create a note, add a meeting to your calendar, or summarize a long text. They also improved the AI algorithms in the camera. Now you can edit the background in photos, remove noise from videos, and even change the audio track if wind or city noise interferes with the recording. It's worth noting that many AI features will later be available on previous flagship models. So, if you have, let's say, the S24 Ultra, the upgrade might bring almost the same functionality. The Galaxy S25 Ultra is a flagship smartphone that continues the traditions of the Ultra lineup. Excellent battery life, a huge AMOLED display, powerful cameras, and the latest chipset. But let's figure out just how much better it really is compared to the previous generation. The key innovations include a redesigned ultra-wide camera module, the updated One UI 7 interface, and a more advanced Galaxy AI. If you're looking for a smartphone with the latest AI features, they're here, but many of them will also be available on previous flagships. But there aren't that many technical changes. This is a standard tactic. Samsung has minimal hardware upgrades, but focuses on software. This doesn't make the S25 Ultra a bad phone, but if you have the S24 Ultra, there's not much point in upgrading. Who is this smartphone for? If you have a device that's 2 or 3 years old, like the S22 Ultra, the difference will be noticeable. But if you own the S24 Ultra, wait for the next generation. In any case, Samsung has once again shown that it knows how to make top-tier flagships. The changes may not be revolutionary, but they are well thought out. What do you think? Let me know in the comments what you think about the S25 Ultra. I would also appreciate a like and, of course, a subscription to the channel. Thanks for watching. Stay in touch, everyone. Goodbye.